O'Rourke campaign exposed in undercover video for assisting Honduran migrants. Quote, nobody needs to know. Boy, it's really inconvenient that you had a camera on you when you said that, isn't it? Look, so I've generally stayed away from the Project Veritas videos. So at the end of the day, yeah, I've basically just been letting them do their thing. No reason in particular. It's just that the news has been crazy. But yeah, this is quite huge, and we'll jump into it. It's that it's that got that much traction. Beto O'Rourke has actually responded to it, but we'll get to that in a sec. So let's jump into the original story. A Project Veritas video released Thursday night shows Beto O'Rourke campaign staffers discussing how they can illegally use campaign resources to purchase supplies and assist in the transportation of Honduran migrants. Now, the Dominic Kakaran, I might be mispronouncing, a field manager for the O'Rourke campaign in El Paso, Texas, expressed his concern in getting supplies to the caravan of migrants. Quote, I'm going to get some food right now, like just some stuff to drop off because they need it. Food, blankets, said Kakaran. Quote, do you know anybody that has blankets and stuff? We got permission to give some of them we've got permission to give them some of these waters so that we can take some of the waters too. Anna Palapa Taraman, I might be mispronouncing, a field organizer for the O'Rourke campaign, insisted the purchase of supplies for the illegal aliens remains a secret in conversations with Kakaran. Quote, I didn't ever repeat this and stuff, but like if we were to say that we're buying food for a campaign event like Halloween Eve events, because there's a block walk coming up from Halloween, said Thurman. Charon responds, quotes, that's not a horrible idea, but I didn't hear anything. We can wait until tomorrow for that. Quote, what's exactly the food we need? And they just market it as, I don't know, dozens of block walkers, said Thurman. Later in the video, Thurman explains to Kakaran that certain stores don't show the types of food being purchased. There's actually stores that just market it as food. They don't market different types, said Thurman, at Albertsons. On the receipt, it marks it as just based off brands, so you don't know what kind of food it is. Kakaran then insists that the prepaid campaign cards be used to purchase the food. Quote, I think we can use those with those cards to buy some food, and that stuff, I'm going to say stuff, can be totally masked like, oh well, we just wanted a healthy breakfast. When going to distribute the purchased supplies, Thurman says she does not want to make it seem like all of us are from the O'Rourke campaign. She adds, quote, I just hope nobody that's the wrong person finds out about this. Jodie Casey, the campaign manager for the O'Rourke campaign, sent a text message expressing how pleased she was that the campaign was assisting the migrants, according to Kakaran. Quote, Jodie texted afterwards and was like, I'm so happy that we have stuff that gets it, and that was there. I was happy to see all you there, still working, still contributing. We have the best team ever. She was good about it, Kakaran explained. Kakaran also stated in the video that Jodie, quote, doesn't need to know that the prepaid cards were used to purchase the supplies. Kakaran also mentioned using vans to transport a view of the Honduran migrants as well. Quote, I was going to use the vans too. We could probably use that, get away with using the vans, Kakaran said. Quote, nobody needs to know, Kakaran added. Quote, we're going to give a ride to some of the migrants too, said Kakaran, like the airport to the bus station, like why not, you know. This is the 8th release in the series of Jam O'Keefe and Project Veritas videos. The other videos exposed Andrew Mullen campaign in Florida and the Claire Muskell campaign in Missouri. Okay, so what's my takeaway from this? So, what does this all basically mean? Okay, so my understanding is that they have these prepaid cards that are linked to what the campaign has brought. Now, these are supposed to be used for campaign-related activities. What they're planning on doing, from my understanding, is going to certain supermarkets that deliberately don't show what type of food has been brought, purchasing the food with those prepaid campaign cards, claiming that the food they brought was actually for events for the campaign, but then giving the food to migrants or to the Honduran migrants. If that's proven, my understanding is that's as legal. That is illegal as you come. That is, that's a lot of bad news. There's actually a part in the video where they say that doing this can actually land you in jail, or face fines, or both. This is serious. This is serious shit. And look, at the end of the day, obviously Project Veritas has a point. That they are very much on the conservative side. Let's face it, they are conservative journalists. Which is nothing shocking. And, hey, we have mainstream media, which is very liberal and very progressive in some circumstances. So, it's not like it's uncommon for a media outlet to be biased. And Keith is upfront and honest about it. He admits that he's a conservative and that he supports the conservative agenda, unlike mainstream media. And while people don't necessarily like their tactics, they are efficient, they are effective, and they are legal in most circumstances. And at the end of the day, this is undercover journalism, has been done for years. So no, I do not see a problem with Project Veritas doing this and going through and exposing this stuff. I would not have a problem if Media Matters was to go through and do it themselves. All's fair. As long as it's legal, I don't have a problem with it. And at the end of the day, this stuff is serious. These are serious charges. This is not, like a snap on the wrist sort of thing. To the point where O'Rourke has actually refuted undercover video, and Cruz says $300 went to charity, not migrant caravan. Oh, really? Interesting. Update at 5:15 p.m. revised to include details of the charity. So, Fort Worth, Senator Ted Cruz accused Republican Beto O'Rourke on Friday of allowing aides to use campaign donations to help Central American migrants moving through Mexico in so-called caravans. Now, O'Rourke campaign said the money was given legally to the El Pasto charity that has nothing to do with the caravan. Less than $300 for supplies such as diapers and guadalabars, and that it will be reported on federal campaign filings just as prior donations was reported. Quote, Ted Cruz pushes fear and paranoia because he wants to divide the misleading Texans for days before this election, the El Paso congressman said in a statement issued by his campaign. Cruz based his allegation on the undercover video for Project Veritas, a right-wing group with checkered history of infiltrating liberal organizations and campaigns and using selective and devious editing to allege wrongdoing. Keep in mind, this is the Dallas News, which I'm getting a very distinct opinion is very left-leaning. Look, do Project Veritas go through and use undercover recording? Yes, we know that. There is no problem with that. As long as it's legal, this is old school journalism. The selective editing and dubious editing, it seems like an excuse to me when you get caught with the hand in the cookie jar. But anyway, Cruz refuted the video while campaigning in Fort Worth, telling a crowd of about 300 that a video broke this morning of his campaign staffers taking campaign money and apparently using it to give to people coming here illegally. The Beto O'Rourke campaign said Cruz shamefully and falsely suggested that campaign donations were diverted to the funds of the caravan, which still hundreds of miles from the US border. Staff members took it upon themselves to use prepaid cards from one of our more than 700 field officers to buy baby wipes, diapers, water, food, and guava bars and donate them to the local Honduran non-profit named Abdication House that helps mothers and children in the community. The value was under 300 and will be appropriately reported to the FEC, said O'Rourke's spokesman Chris Evans. A federal disclosure report shows that O'Rourke's campaign donated $4,000 on the 29th of June to the same charity. That's interesting. The organisation provides shelter to families reunited after children were taken from parents under the Trump administration's zero tolerance policy. It wasn't just Trump, but anyway, it was previous presidents, including Obama, calling for criminal prosecution of all adults caught entering the country without permission. And yeah, I'll put a link to the whole article so you can get the idea. At the end of the day, what's my view and takeaway? Look, obviously, yes, it is entirely possible that Project Veritas is lying about this. Although you literally have them admitting about this on camera, so I don't know how you could claim that. But look, I don't know. This is the sort of thing where I say, look, here's obviously one side, here's another side. Let's give it to someone to investigate. And if there's wrongdoing, then obviously it needs to be prosecuted. Do I think that, in my opinion, that they would have gone through and filed the appropriate paperwork before they got caught with their hand in the cookie jar? No. I think they had full intentions of using these prepaid cards to buy this stuff and not claim it, or not tell the FEC. That's literally in the video. But I think now that they've been caught with this video and they've realized they've been caught, they are now backtracking and saying, yeah, we're going to file all the paperwork. Yeah, sure. So yeah, look, I really do think that this lends credence to the Project Veritas video. Look, obviously Project Veritas is saying this is a big thing. Beto O'Rourke saying it's not. Obviously both sides have a vested interest. I would say let the investigators investigate it. But definitely interesting that, they got caught doing this. And yeah, I'd really like to look into this charity. See how much aid they're giving to these migrant caravans. Because if that's true, holy dooly. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think that this is Project Veritas? Do you think they were right? Do you think Beto O'Rourke is alright when he says that this is not a big thing? Do you think that Beto O'Rourke's campaign would have told the FEC before they got caught? Or do you think that they're just telling the FEC now that they've already been caught? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack a like. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, I'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great night and enjoy.